I'm Danny Nichols. I'm 72. I'll be 72 in a couple months, but I started out hunting when I was about 16. Had an uncle that took me deer hunting. That was in the late 60s. And, my dad, he didn't hunt. He fished a little bit, but I was really never exposed to hunting before then, and kind of fell in love with it. And next thing you know, I was 16 years old, had my first dog. I started out with a bird dog, and ended up having a really, really nice bird dog. And through high school, we would go to school, and I'd take the gun with me, and it was nothing to have the gun rack and in the truck and have a couple guns in there at school and all, which you can't do now. But we'd go bird hunting right after school, and the principal at the school there, me and him were pretty good friends. And next thing you know, he loved bird hunting, and he heard I had a really good bird dog, and he would come get me out of class the last period of school. And here the principal is taking me bird hunting, getting me out of school to go bird hunting because he wanted to bird hunt with my dog. That went on for quite a few years, and finally it got where, wasn't a whole lot of birds around, but we'd find 5 or 6 coveys of birds after school. But it went downhill from there, and got where we was lucky to find a covey of birds, a day after that. But anyway, my son, he started me squirrel hunting. He started when he was about 11 years old, and he had Mac English would come by and pick him up at my house there, and they would pack a lunch, and they would hunt all day long, and they would they'd come in that evening, and they would skin the squirrels, and his wife, Mac's wife, would have supper ready for them. They would clean the squirrels and all, eat supper, and then they'd go coon hunting that night. And this went on for about 4 years till Jeremy got his driver's license. I mean, every weekend when Jeremy was out of school, Mac would come by and pick him up. They'd hunt all day. Jeremy kept on and said, "You need to go squirrel hunting with us." And I said, "Man, I don't care nothing about going and killing no squirrel and no dog." And next thing you know, I went with him. And when I went with him, I fell in love with it. And anyway, I hunted with him, I don't know, about 2 or 3 years, and he went off to college, so I inherited his dogs. And I took his dogs and all, and we just continuously got into it more and more. And we had some pretty decent dogs, but nothing ever special, And we were very fortunate. We started competition hunting a little bit, and Jeremy contacted a guy down in the lower part of Florida there, it's right there at Jessup, Florida, named Joey Dennison, and he was kind of the squirrel dog whisperer of the world, and he helped us a whole lot. He kind of got us to the next level, showing us what to do with the dogs and all, and getting them where they would stay on the tree and do what we wanted them to do. And it was like, sending a dog to school when he got through with them, and he had us doing the same thing. And I would take a video down there. It's about 4 hours down there to where he lives, and me and Jeremy made quite a few trips down there. We'd go down there, spend the night a few times, and hunt with him and all. And we were just like a little sponge trying to learn everything we could with him. And I'd take a video down there with me, and I'd video everything just like it was a class, and trying to learn from him and all. He really, really helped us a whole lot. And but that's kind of got us to where we are now. And I was very lucky. About 3 years ago, I won the world championship with a little dog named Annie. And but Joey helped me a lot with the training tips on her also. And here we are today. We're hunting for a world championship with a H2 dog, which is off of Bobby Taylor's Shadow dog. And we got hooked up with Bobby and his line of dogs off of Shadow and all, and that was a big asset to us too, because those are really hard going tree dogs, and they're, got a lot of natural ability and all too, and kind of like what we were looking for in our line of dogs. And about everything we've got now is off of that line. But that's kind of got me where I am now, and I've been very fortunate to have a wife that's supported me over the years. And in fact, when I met her, that's what I was doing. I was on a hunting trip. I went on a pheasant hunting trip with her brother in Maryland, and we killed a pheasant that morning, and I wanted to have that pheasant mounted, and I didn't have anywhere to keep the pheasant up there, and I was staying with my cousin up there, and we went over there, and I told him, I said, well, I want to put that thing in a freezer and keep it, have it mounted and all. And so her brother said, well, you keep it in the freezer at our house. And this was on the Easter Sunday. And I went over there, and she was all dressed up and all. And I said, oh, man, I got to have her. I said, and she wouldn't have a whole lot to do with me the first 2 or 3 months. But eventually she finally agreed to date me and all. Next thing you know, I was flying back and forth up there and all. And I said, it'd be cheaper for me just to bring her down here. I tell a lot of my friends, I said, I believe I can still be driving and flying back and forth up there cheaper than bringing her down here. But that's the best thing that really ever happened to me. She's really supported my hunt and all. And she's been a blessing to me and my family. And she's a big part of our hunt. She doesn't hunt, but she supports it and all. And been very fortunate in life to have a soulmate like that. Now we got little Mason. He's Jeremy's son. He's 10 years old, and he'll be the one doing the handling on H2. He's been like a little sponge. He absorbs everything that we do hunting, and he's become quite a good little handler, and he can really find the squirrels good now. Now his shooting might need a little improving on, but he has a ball. We have a ball with him, and I've actually got 2 more grand boys, and they love hunting too, and they squirrel hunt with us a good bit, and they quite good hunters too. And got a little granddaughter. She's 9, and she killed her first squirrel a couple of weeks ago with us. And, but she's kind of addicted now to it also. But all of them love those squirrel dogs, and they make really good pets also, other than just hunting dogs. And, we really had a ball with Clayton here, and we really appreciated him coming down filming for us and all. If you ever get a chance, come down to the South Carolina Squirrel Hunter Association and hunt with us. We'd love to have you. The new Garmin.
I use dog trucks.
Yeah. How we going, DJ? I want to go through that gate. I like it. There's 2 dogs over there. He told me dogs might follow.
Remember old Clayton? Hey, Clayton, I'm getting more gray on my nose.
Yeah.
Oh. Ready? Get him. Go.
Raising on. We're hunting Boone this morning, and Jeremy's hunting H2. Boone is off of H2. That's his son.
And what's H2 off of?
Hummer and Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said he's 7 years old?
Mm-hmm. 7. Yeah, just turned 7 this year.
What female is?
Josie, Brad Miller in West Virginia. He just turned 2 years old.
And you said you had did you have a pup with you?
Yeah, I got a young dog with me off H2 and my little Rose Jip.
Okay.
Yeah. He's, what, 13 months?
Yeah, about 13 months old.
Yeah.
Yep, there.
He's 2 trees. He's deep, ain't he?
He's down in that, he dropped off that hill right there.
Big den tree.
Clayton, is that what it is? Big old den tree, yeah. Go inside.
Okay.
He got off the leaf.
Den tree with a nest.
Got 2 trees right here. One up and one down.
Getting him off.
They're deep. Okay. All right, Judge.
Well, at least it's that way.
I know you know.
No, boys, move.
Here, buddy, come on.
Here, buddy.
Here.
I can hear him trying to get down here to this water.
Yeah, I heard him.
See you, Garmin?
Yep.
You want it, Jeremy? You want it?
Oh, your feet don't put me down there.
All right. Y'all video you. Boom. Boom. Look at the mud on the side over there.
There you go. Real nice tree. What are you doing, man?
Yeah. Go.
So we hunted H2 in Boone for a while, and they covered some ground. The squirrels weren't moving very well. They both made a couple trees apiece, all dens. And then we had a heck of a walk back out, so we called our Uber driver, Danny Wayne, to give us a ride out. And so we had a pretty good walk out, and now we went back and regrouped and changed places, and we just cut a young dog and Blaze together. We're gonna see what they do.
I don't know.
How far is she, Mike?
4-6.
4-6.
Yeah, I never squirrel hunted. Jeremy squirrel hunted with Mike 3 or 4 years and kept telling me, "You need to go with me. You need to go with us." And I said, "I don't care about squirrel hunting with no dog." And finally, he talked me into going, and man, I went with him. I fell in love with it head over heels. And it worked out pretty good because I was a little before he went to college, and he went to college, and I I inherited his dogs to hunt while he was at college.
And had a sure enough good one when I went to college
sure
too.
enough good one.
I went to grad school when we had him. Yeah.
Clayton, he had a dog to get missing while he was hunting. That was before we had Garmin collars and all. We never knew what happened to him, but we wanted a dog, and we went and got a dog from Mike English. He was about a little over a year old, about a year and, I don't know, 2 or 3 months old. I hunted the hair off of that son of a gun, probably, I don't know what, a month. He hunted good, but he just didn't know what he was hunting.
At least he was.
Anyway, we shot a squirrel one day and crippled him. He run up a naked pine tree, and the dog could see him going up the pine tree. The dog come over there and looked up at him, turned around and walked off.
No.
I told Jeremy, I said, man, we might as well get rid of that dog. I said, take him back. I said, we ain't gonna get that dog. I said, he ain't gonna never amount to nothing. It was like that dog heard me. We took him out about 2 days later. Man, he was like a finished dog, just like that. The best, probably the best dog we ever unsnapped.
Just pure natural. I mean, just next time he took him, he treated 4 or 5 squirrels.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And he was one of those ones, seemed like he just manufactured squirrels. He'd be in the woods.
Yeah.
He was real good about having squirrels.
I told Jeremy he didn't want about $150 for that dog. I told him, I said, man, you better take that money over and pay him right now. So he hears about that dog, he won't buy it, he want him back.
Do you remember what it was out of?
Had a tough enough.
Alabama Tough, Streets Alabama Tough.
Yeah.
I don't know the female.
I forget. It was heavy street breed.
Yeah. But he died when he was what, 3.5?
About 3.5 years old.
While
Jeez.
we were hunting him, had a heart attack. Vet
Oh,
said
man.
In the woods.
it's like a young athlete having a heart attack, you know.
Yeah.
Put him in just a couple hunts and a couple big hunts. He finished second in one, third in the other one. He was sure enough squirrel dog though. He'd bring the squirrels back to me, Clayton. He'd bring every one of them back. Me and Jeremy would be hunting. Jeremy would be up there in front of me. We killed a squirrel. And Jeremy said, you ain't bring him to me, Tough. He would bypass Tough. He'd bypass Jeremy, bring him to me. Jeremy said, look at him. He's bringing no Danny Wayne.
Big pine tree.
Tree going right there.
What dog is this?
That's Jazz. She's off of H2. And a female Rose down there Jeremy's got. She's the little mate to the one we just hunted.
Okay.
About 13 months old. I think I'm a little puppy.
Did a good job.